Alrighty, mornings with mapping. That'll be my new theme for early morning mapping, I guess. Back to this little one by one map. Just randomly doing stuff. I was trying to learn something from this. Kind of a bad example. Because usually you want to start when you build a map with the territory points and how you're going to do them and kind of lay out everything and different areas and how every zone's going to go. But this map is more just kind of a fun little thing. So I'm not too worried about that right now. So just a little map and boop, 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 boop. Did a river over here, shallow river, so I want to kind of do another one over here somewhere, kind of goes around. Just to add a little bit of, well, I have a lot of area that's not playable, but just to add a little bit of, a little bit of to it, kind of thing. Get the idea of what I want to do. Something like so. Probably not the best way of making rivers, but you know what? If it works, it works. And because this part is all out of bounds, it doesn't really matter what it looks like because people aren't going to see it, but subconsciously I will. So I'm going to be like, alright. Oh, and I can't do the music. I have to figure out a way to do the music again to the background. Because every time I do 90s music in the background or something, I always get these stupid things from YouTube saying copyright. Can't have music. I'm just like, oh, that's nice. So, for the 20. Nope. Yep, I think it was. Just paint some water. Paint the water. No, we like water. I think water is the best thing in this engine. It just does it so well. Probably going to be too high water, but gotta start somewhere. Alright. I think I made that water just a little too high because I think the ground is 20, so water has to be a little bit less than the ground. And then I gotta check to see the depth after too. Make sure troops can still walk on it. Right. And just a little bit of water. You gotta be careful you don't draw water too much in the areas that, because you can't build on it. Right? No, that's not what I wanted. Smooth. Come back and fix all this later, but I just want to get the idea down of what I'm going to do. Rivers run. Later on I'll change if I want the color changed or if I want the speed which the water travels. Making water is fun. Something like that. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect right now, but it is what it is. Whoa. I think I might have to make it a little bit shallower, I think, because I think I'm going to have an issue when I smooth this out. Maybe not. What just happened there? And let's see if I can cross this water. It's all good. Wow. That doesn't happen very often. That's fine. It's fine. Get some rocks in there to fix this whole area, but follow the water for the river rocks. Right. Again, this area I really don't care about because nobody's going to see it, but in my mind I still see it, so I have to make it as if you do see it. And I forgot what dirt I used after that, but I can always come back. Oh, it's that muddy dirt. Patchy wet. I actually spend a lot of time on water areas. Like I said, right now I'm just kind of doing it just to do it, but because I just like the water areas. Anyways, like I said, I come back to that later. Oof. 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 I was basically going to come down and go into the ocean kind of thing. Gotta be like a choo, type thing. Right? And we'll do splashes and more rocks and other fun stuff. Just to kind of bring it out a little bit. Something like that. Something. I'll fix this later with the splashing and stuff. Kind of the river going in there. It's crossable, but Doesn't look good unless you put... Don't know if I want to use a dock or planks, but... Something, something. Something, something. Something, something. I don't know. Again, this will be an area I have to come back to. Make it all pretty and stuff. Kind of thing. And something like something. Something like something. Don't need this road anymore. It's kind of out of bounds anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Do something with this road. Something like something. Wise man last said, "Do the grass last." I'm trying this. See if it does look better. Something like something. I don't know. 0.3 is, I think he's right. I think 0.3 is best. Get more control that way. That's pretty. That's pretty. Some people like Dutch toast are like insanely good at texturing. Of course, bacon is like the master. But they do it in like one shot. I don't think they come back to it later. I have to come back to this. I'm going to come back to this like probably 4 times. Edit this and make it look blah, blah, blah. And I don't have those master skills yet. Not yet. Maybe one day. My thing's more playbills, but you know what? I gotta start somewhere. Hey. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Let's see what I can do with the splish splashy. Let's see what I can do with the splash. I think that's that one. There's another one that's better. Kind of thing. We like big splashes, or we like little splashes? We're going to little splashes. I'm not going to spend too much time on this lower area because I am going to have a fog layer that's going to come up a little bit. I like using fog for the ambience of it, but I also like using fog because it hides a lot of little things that I screw up on, to be honest. So, but you can't see it, so it's okay. Alrighty. So I got my rivers. Kind of thing. So usually what I want to do, and it really depends. So sometimes when I map, if I have an idea in my head, like a gimmick, like a plane crash, or like an important area, I'll start with that area first, and then I'll slowly build my map out from that area outwards. That's what I usually do. I didn't do that for this map, because again, I'm just screwing around. But I think it works really well. But the problem that I always have, that's why I'm kind of doing a one by one map right now, is because when I do that technique of starting somewhere, whether it's in the middle or off center, and mapping away from that, is that when I get to the base areas, I end up like notoriously running out of room. And that's like a general comment on most of my maps that I put out, is that people are like, hey, like the map, but I can't build 4 bases of Brits with all their buildings and run out of room. So that's the only that's my like Achilles heel, so to speak, because I always have issues with that, especially with any kind of competitive maps. Making enough build area for the bases is like, I don't know why, I just always have a challenge with that. So I think some of the better mappers out there, obviously, when they do the layouts, because like I said, usually you start a map with the layouts, right? And you do all the little lines everywhere showing where everything crisscrosses and stuff like that, which is what I do, but not in this map. I think when I do that, I just don't give myself the space needed for the base. I think that's just a really important thing to look out for before you start going crazy on maps, is make sure, and if you don't know, just test your map and play it as Brits, and make everybody Brits, all the computers, and let it run for 10 minutes or whatever, and build all the bases, and make sure there's all the because the Brits have the most bases, so make sure that all the Brits can get all the bases in there. I think that's my tip of the morning, so to speak. So to speak. Sorry, I do sound effects sometimes when I'm mapping. Dunk. Dunk, 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 dunk. It's kind of a weird area right here, but I had an idea in my head for it, so we're just going to go with that. I guess I'll do the corny little bridge on this one too. Why not? Dunk, dunk. Select them all, hold down C, drag and drop, and it makes a clone copy. And I like these kind of bridges because they can't be destroyed. And they're not really, it is more just a visual than anything, because these are walkable, obviously. But it's just nice to have something. And I try to stay away from using those big bridges, unless I have to, because I just find those bridges I just have issues with them. I don't know why. Yeah, sometimes you have to use them, but I try to stay away from them. Or if I use them as indestructible. But I do like the bridges that are broken. So the ones that have pieces of the bridges, those are pretty cool. I like those. And then I can create my own areas that are like, which players can walk on, kind of thing. Yeah, if you're not on GB's map making Discord, I highly recommend you. It's like a requirement. You have to join that. You can learn so much. Even if you're a really shitty mapper, you can learn a lot from it. And you can watch other people how they make their maps, and everybody is super friendly and helpful. And if they do something cool and you're like, what the heck, that's so awesome, they'll be the first one to show you how they did it and give you examples and stuff. So it's like super helpful. If you want to take your mapping to the next level and learn kind of more, the best thing you can do is join one of the competitions, the mapping competitions. So there's one going on right now by GB Pirate and Relic. And, don't ever join them thinking that you're going to actually win these things, because, you've got some massively skilled people on these things. But the best part, and the reason I always do them, I've done a couple now, and I'm always like last place or second last place, but the reason that I do them is you learn a ton, because they evaluate your map and they critique it, and they tell you basically what's wrong with it, how to fix it. I learned so much stuff from those competitions, especially from GB, Espis, a whole bunch of the guys. Just tons of stuff. And keep in mind, almost all these competitions that I've done, at least, they're all geared towards competitive maps. So they want them to be like tournaments type maps. So there's a lot of like guidelines and rules around them, but you learn so much. And I super highly recommend, even if you're the worst mapper on the planet, or you get consistently last place like me, that you join them, because like I said, you just learn so much. It's like the best learning ever is doing the competitions. So even if you're new, submit at least one map. You can submit 2 maps. I think it's till March. I believe it's till March, but you want to get it in early, and then they're going to critique it, and they're going to give you a ton of advice, and it's all super helpful on any map, not just tournament maps. So super, super highly recommend. Yeah, do the tournament. Do it. Super awesome. That's my pitch for the day. All right. Oh, let's see here. I'm in a nature mood. Let's do nature. Because I'm doing nature, I know I'm doing nature. Bacon's going to get mad at me because I didn't organize my stuff in the folders. Let me just catch up here. Cover. Hedges. Risk. And more nature. More cover. I don't know if it's really a cover of the lamps, but I just make them cover. And more greenery. And buildings, statue. I'll just stick it in buildings even though it's an art object. And walls. More walls. Never have enough walls. Cover, cover, cover. Shop blocker. I believe this is all around that statue that I don't want to die. So let's put it in the special folder. And more walls. And more hedges. Do-do-do-do-do. I don't know what I'd put these under. I guess I'll put them under cover. Not really cover, but that's okay. Be our little secret. And FX. Hey, now nice and clean. So because I know I'm working on, going to be doing a bunch of nature stuff right now, because that's kind of what I'm going to do, I right click and I go in here. Alright, so right click, set as default. So why I do that is, so now when you do your trees, I think I picked oak this time, right? I think I'm doing oak stuff. Why am I in the art folder then? And nature, trees, oak. So when I do place the item, you'll notice it automatically puts it into the folder. See that? Pretty cool, huh? Nifty little trick. But what I'm going to actually do with this, and I think Dutch Toast did a tutorial on it, is I'm going to try to do the randomizer thing. I haven't done it in a while. It's great for trees. I might have to go back and look at his thingamabob, but let's see if I can figure it out. Oh, look at that bugsplat. And I didn't save it. Oh no, that's so mean. So mean. Alright, well, while it's doing that, let's go into the Discord. Let's go into guides while this is reloading. I didn't save it either. Oh, geez Louise. And where's his randomizer? He had a little tutorial on it. It was Dutch Toast. See? I didn't, because I didn't save it, even though it prompted me. I didn't save it. And let's see. Tree randomizer. I know there's a tutorial on it, but Dutch did a good job in making it. Let's see how far back I lost stuff. I lost my river. I lost my bridges. Again, why you save? Frequently, always save. I want to find out why it crashed though. Randomizer. Spawning random units. Oh, it's because I put it in here. I put it in the game instead of, let's see if it works here. Yeah, see? Damn it. I shouldn't have done that. Here's my randomizer. I'm going to do entity and oak and oak tree, right? And I'm going to come back to this because I have to now redo. Where was it here? I have to go back now and redo my my thing over here. Let me just stick it over here for now. is the randomizer over here now? See, I don't know why it does that, but anyways, I'll come back to that in a second. Yeah, distractions. Oh, and see, I didn't save it, so I didn't save any of that stuff, so I'm having to speed run a river now. Boo-hoo me. I think I wanted it over here. I was going to follow the road or something. I was kind of going with. Looks a little bit higher than I had it before. That's probably better. Right. And let's see. Get this off the screen. Da-da-da-da-da. All right. Right, something like so. Something like so. Let's see how this works out. And I think it was 19.5 I did, if I remember correctly. And 20. And there it is. My water. Again. Second time doing the water. Because I didn't save it, and I tried to do something crazy, and Essence broke and crashed, and I lost it, so. And the best thing to do when that happens is just get right back into it, because otherwise you'll just be like, God damn it, da-da-da-da-da. You want everything fresh in your head, right? So. I used to map a lot for Age of Empires 4 most recently, before Company of Heroes 3 came out. And while I love Relic, I'm going to blame Microsoft for that editor, because that one was not stable. I don't know if it was because it wasn't Steam, but so now going back to this, you have to go to smooth it out. Drop this down a bit so it touches the water. Then you gotta smooth it out again. And go back to here again. Here's basically painting it, clay making, so to speak. And again, I'll come back to this and make it prettier. Anyways, going back to my story. So I used to do a lot of mapping and stuff in Age of Empires 4. While I loved the editor, because it wasn't using Steam Workshop, it was using its own internal something workshop. I guess it was a game, because it was Game Pass or something. It doesn't use Steam to upload maps. So I think that was part of the reason, but there'd be so many errors. Like, you'd just be casually mapping, like, just having a good old time. Your map works fine. You're gonna, upload it to the game. Works fine. You make 1 or 2 adjustments. You re-upload it, and it just doesn't show up. Or you get errors for no reason. Like, you did nothing. Because the Age of Empires editor doesn't have all the cool entities that Company of Heroes has. It's more about making cliffs and rocks and trees and kind of things. There's not a whole bunch of buildings and stuff. But they do have snow textures, so they get bonus points for that. But yeah, no, it would just super be unstable, and it would just, like, not work. I'd just, like, shake my head, like, what the hell did I do? And it's like, I didn't do anything. It just didn't work. So when Company of Heroes came out with the new version of the Relic Essence engine, I was super stoked. because it uses Steam to upload the maps, and I've never had any problems like the ones I had with Age of Empires. So if there's any Age of Empires mappers that are watching this by chance, highly recommend get Company Heroes 3 just for the editor. It's like Age of Empires, but way better. That's just my personal opinion. Alright. Back to doing this again. Oh, hello. Again, I can always come back to this later. Just want to play around. It's way too high. I know sometimes you're supposed to use the add and stuff, and just the add just doesn't work as well for me. I don't know. That's why I use set for everything. The add just kind of I don't know. I guess it works. I guess it works. What was I doing before? Rocks? I think I was doing rocks. Something like something. I always do my rocks as art objects, and I just paint the impasse because I just find it works better. You have better control. Something like something. Right. My funky bridge is gone. Do the funky bridge again. It's a little bit better this time. Only needs one piece. Go across. That's kind of exciting. Alright. One in the middle. And one at the end. Why not? Right? Something like that. I think I said I was going to do this for the other side too. I'll do that now before I forget. Something like something. Alright. And back to texturing, the same thing. I'm going to save it. You should always save it after you do anything. Because you never know when you try to do something like I did before and it just goes kapooey. And you're just like, what the heck? Why would it do such a thing? Just kind of get the feeling. I forgot to do the other one. Get my cobbles in there. Oh, not my cobbles. What am I talking about? Riverbeds. As the base for the textures. Whoop. Follow the water. Follow the water. Following the water. Follow the water. You know what I didn't do? I didn't check the pathing. I should check the pathing before I get too crazy with this. Make sure I didn't make it too deep or whatever. Alright, start digging time into this thing. Let me see. Dink. Looks good except for right there. I don't know what's going on right there. But it's fixed. Coolio. Coolio! Alright. So, got my river. Looks a little high. It's like, I'm going to have to lower that a bit. should not be the same height as, but it's not the same height. It's 19.4. I don't know. I know this is going to throw off my pathing probably, but I just don't want the high river. And when you're painting rivers, always do it from above. That way you can see better what the heck's going on. And remember, you can't, I don't know if you can build on this. You couldn't build on it before, but I might be wrong now. I may have fixed that. Used to be able to not build on shallow water, like sandbags and stuff, so I think you can build on it now. All the way into no man's land where nobody sees. Still doing it. Right. And we're going to check to make sure that we can cross this still. Yep, still cross, which is good. Alright, so now we basically got that done, except for the texturing. But like I said, I'll come back to the texturing. I know it sounds like I'm putting the texturing off, but I'm not. I'm just gotta, whoa, why is that so? There. Why are we doing river rock? We should not be doing river rock. Right? Cobblestone that, I think, but I'll get back to that kind of thing. Cobblestones don't go in the water, so we don't want that. Just randomly splatter things everywhere. You never want to do it too uniform, because then people are going to be like, ah, it looks painted on. So, like I said, I'm going to come back to this. So, I'm just doing it now just because it's eyesore is bugging me. Oh yeah, I forgot I got to fix this road. It needs to go away. So, let's get rid of this road. Go away road, we don't want you anymore. And go away road. We don't want you here. Alright. It's all slowly coming together. Save it again. Alright, let's go back to what we were doing before. Got rudely interrupted by that bug splat. So, randomizer. So, we traditionally just did trees, and then you do leaves, and you do roots, and you do all this kind of stuff. And this randomizer I played with before, but I give credit to Dutch Toast for kind of showing on that World Builder site some kind of funky stuff you can do. Alrighty. Randomizer. Probability. Let's get another. I wonder if you can do this. No, I don't think you can. Oh, yeah, you can. That's cool. Alright. Where did my tree go? Why is my randomizer over here? So I'm going to delete that other tree because now it's going to send it like way off the map. Look at this one. Alright, so there's my randomizer. Try this again. There's my oak tree. Right there. And do another probability. And this is going to be a different oak tree. Create you. So now every time I grab this thing and make a clone of it, it should change it. Let's see. Why isn't it doing it? Why doesn't it work? Let me see what's going on with the problem. Oh, that's because I'm not grabbing. Dumb. Grab the randomizer. Right? And right click. Nope. How did he do this? I don't think he copied and pasted it. Oh, is it down here? Where was it? Now I have to go back to this tutorial. Randomizer, he clicks it. I see what he's doing. Sorry, hang tight. Just looking at something. Interesting. What I find interesting too is when I do the probability 100%, might have something to do with it. Delete some of the other ones I made. Different probability. So I'm going to play with this again because I'm obviously doing something wrong. I'm not supposed to be doing. Because if you change the seed, it's supposed to change the, which it is, but it's sending the tree somewhere else. It's saying the tree over here, which I find interesting. That's why I tried to place the randomizer on the screen. I'm going to try it again. It might crash, but why not? Save it first. Because I did this before and it was no problem. Transform. Don't crash, 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 don't crash. Oh, evil crashing. That's okay. This is why we save. Load it up again. Interesting. So I was reading something while it was loading. I'm going to try it. Hey, where's my tree? Where's the tree? I don't see the tree. I don't think these things are, no? Very interesting. Try something else. Oops. Now I'm determined. I have a feeling I don't have my, I do have everything on. Alright. Let's try this again, shall we? Tree, environment, nature, oak, tree. Okay, so we got an oak tree. Alright, so 100% chance it's going to be an oak tree. So we're going to go 50% chance it's going to be an oak tree. We're going to copy and change this to a different oak tree. Do a yeller one. Okay. And change the seed, it should change the tree. Okay. Right? Because it's randomly changing. The seed is like the unique ID. Right? So we got that. So that seems to be working. And we'll do it for all the trees, because we like trees. We'll do an orange one. Right? We'll do, I wonder if it'll let me scale them. Just make sure I'm on that tree. Dunk, dunk. Yeah, it's scaled. Scaled too small, but it's scaled. Dunk. Right. So right, something like that. So we got the randomizer on. 50% chance for these things. But what I want to do, what I'm kind of looking for here is that's what I was looking for. I knew I could find it. Do this again. Because I want it to randomly rotate and stuff too. our tree. Random transformer. Maximum trend rotation. They're cool. That's a random transformer within the randomizer. That's kind of what you want to do. So let's just get rid of these ones. So you got probability. Let's make it 33. Good number that can't be rounded up. Random transformer for that. Let's see if I can add. Where's object? I don't think this is the right one. No, I don't think that's the right one. It's not so fun. I don't think that's what I wanted. I need to find it first here. Oh, they got different color leaves now? What that looks like? Oh, well, that's kind of cool. All right. Decolor splat. That's a question. Something like so. Right. These leaves might be too big. But I think I have to use the decal because you see it's crawling up the tree now. That looks kind of weird. This might crash it, but oh, look at that, it worked. Perfect. And then we want to do roots. Pachow. Just like that. That worked out great, didn't it? So now you have your idea that you want. Right? It's got a 33% chance. So now I'm going to change it for the other one. So I'm going to do a different tree. I'm going to do different leaves. Odd. Where's my leaves? I'm going to do different leaves. Make these bigger. I want to scale these, but I don't want them getting bigger, if that makes sense. So I'm going to have to cheat. Alright, I'm cheating. So, let me just do this. Save. Don't hit no, because I'm going to crash it again. Watch. I'll just do this, because I already know where they're going to be. Alright, so we got leaves, we got trees, we got roots. I'm going to make another one. Different color tree. We like yellow. And then these leaves have to all be a different color. Don't know which one. No, this doesn't work. No. That might work. So let's test the randomizer. See if it's randomizing. Whoa, what's going on there? I'm using the wrong one. It's like, that looks kind of square. Boop. And put some leaves. I don't want the edge, I want the clump. I don't want big clumps, I want the little clump. No, I don't like that one. Use that one. Man, where's the green one? Should have to scale it back down. No, even more. I guess so. I'm sure there's a better one I can use, but there has to be a better one. It's not working for me. Definitely not that one. I guess I'm going to just have to use different colors. I didn't want to, but that's fine. Let's make it random. Random is. Sort of like wrong leaves, guys. Yeah, something like that. Anyways, so we got a couple different trees. So depending on when it's placed, kind of cool, right? Whoa, see that? For some reason it let's try that again. It's making my leaves too big, stretchy. I'll have to work for now. All right, got my randomizer. What I'm looking for now is it's a way to basically I want to move everything, but I'm not seeing how to do that because it's not selecting it. I think it's because of the way I made it, but because I can duplicate this randomizer, I'll create two of them, which is fine and dandy, but it's not what I want to do. interesting. See that? Let's lock these. Maybe somebody in the chat can tell me what to do there, but I have to figure out. I'll figure it out later, though. But anyway, so you just place these things all over the place, and it will change all the stuff, the roots, the leaves, everything else. It changes everything, which is kind of cool. So you don't have to sit there and manually do it all. But so what we did today, we did the extra river. Actually did it twice. Little bridgey things. And then really got distracted and messed around with the randomizer, which seems to be working fine. Like I said, you can test it by just changing the seed. Pretty cool. And we'll get back to it this afternoon, because I got to eat. Been fun. Thanks for watching.